Welcome to today's episode on security architecture in Azure. In this session, we will cover the key aspects of securing your Azure environment, from data center security to network protection, encryption, and advanced monitoring. Let's dive into the details of how Azure helps safeguard your resources and ensure the compliance. Let's start with securing Azure data centers and infrastructure. Azure takes physical security very seriously. With 24/7 surveillance, biometric access, and secure perimeters around their data centers. This actually ensures that your data is protected from unauthorized physical access. When it comes to network security, Azure provides multiple layers of protection, like network security groups, NSG, to control inbound and outbound traffic to your Azure resources, allowing you to define security rules based on IP address, ports, and protocols. These rules can be applied to subnets or even individual NICs, network interface card, NICs, for very granular control over access to your resources. Now, Azure also offers Azure Firewall, a centralized, stateful network security service that protects your Azure virtual network resources from unauthorized access. It allows you to define both application and network rules. There's one more. You can also do NAT rules, network address translation. But application and network rules can be applied to filter traffic and block threats. Integration with Azure Monitor ensures real-time logging and threat detection. Next is encryption, which is actually a critical aspect of Azure security model. Azure ensures that your data is always encrypted at rest, but also gives you this opportunity to encrypt the data in transit as well. And this is done using industrial or industry standard protocols like TLS or AES. So you can be confident that your data is secure while being transmitted or at rest, which means stored at the back end. They also take your identity protection very seriously. So here, Azure use your Entra ID. It says Azure Active Directory, now it is called Entra ID, to manage user identities and access. Components like MFA or functionalities like multi-factor authentication and conditional access help ensure that only the authorized user gain access to your resources. This will actually enhance the security posture of your organization. Compliance is another major focus for Azure. With the platform meeting global certifications such as ISO 27001 or SOC2 or GDPR from Europe, this ensures that your operations or applications are secure and compliant with industry standards. Finally, monitoring and auditing are key components of Azure Security Architecture. Azure Security Center, now called Defender for Cloud, and Azure Sentinel, another service provided by Microsoft, provide advanced threat detection and continuous security monitoring, ensuring that your environment is consistently being assessed for vulnerabilities or some, let's say, fishy or miscellaneous activities. Now, how can we forget about NSGs? So let's dive into the role of NSG and firewalls. Let's do it one by one. Network security groups, NSGs, are essential for controlling traffic to and from your Azure resources. Remember, inbound, outbound, ingress, egress. NSGs are for both. They allow you to define security rules based on the IP address, ports, or protocols, offering a very fine-grained access control. Azure Firewall, on the other hand, is a very robust, stateful security service that protects your virtual network resources. It supports both application rules and network rules, plus, if you remember, the NAT rules as well, to filter traffic. Also, helping you block threats from reaching your environment. It also integrates with Azure Monitor for real-time traffic analysis and threat detection, providing a centralized logging to help you stay on top of your security incidents or events. Moving on to Azure Security Center. Now it is called Defender for Cloud, so please remember that. The functionality is same. So let's move on to Defender for Cloud and monitoring. Azure Security Center or Defender for Cloud is a unified security management system that provides continuous security assessments, helping you to detect and mitigate risks at your resource level. It offers security recommendations to improve your environment's protection and uses advanced analytic tools to identify potential threats before they escalate. They also use the logic of kill chain, means at different level of threat, it detects and tries to fix it so that your environment is protected. It also assists with compliance, supporting frameworks like ISO 27001, GDPR, HIPAA, and more. So you can easily align your your environment with industrial standards. Now, Azure Monitor actually complements this by offering real-time monitoring of Azure resources and application, collecting matrix, logs, and diagnostic data to proactively resolve or first find and then resolve the issues. It integrates with Azure Sentinel, providing a comprehensive threat detection and response system across your entire environment. Remember, when I say Azure environment, no, it can also help you to detect and mitigate your issues on premises or in other cloud platforms as well. But for that, extra configuration is required. In summary, Azure Security Architecture provides a multi-layered approach to securing your data, networks, and applications, or services as well. From physical security in the data center to robust network protection with NSGs and firewalls. Azure ensures your environment is secure. With encryption, identity protection, and advanced monitoring tools like Azure Defender for Cloud or Azure Sentinel, Azure offers continuous threat detection and compliance assistance. Whether you're securing your resources, protecting against threats, or ensuring compliance with industry standards, Azure's security capabilities have you covered. That's it for today's episode. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Take care.